safe now.
Yes, for now.
We survived.
Before tools, before fire, they learned to fear the sky. Hunger was constant. Every meal was a small victory stolen from the earth. Predators ruled the ground and the heavens. Some was older than fear itself. The sky stole what the earth could not protect.
For the first time, grief became a weapon.
Life hung between sky and stone.
Evolution rewards those who dare the impossible.
The world itself seemed to resist their courage. Sky and flesh faced the first duel of dominion. Violence became instinct's purest prayer.
Survival favored neither beast nor kin.
Fear binds, but love climbs.
From rescue came something new. Purpose.
Unity was born in the climb down, not the fight up.
The balance of power tilted for the first time.
The world was the same, but they were not.
For the first time, life was guarded by more than instinct, by care. The age of prey was ending. The storm had passed, but its mark lingered in every heartbeat. Even predators become memories, given time.
They could not speak of death, so they built instead.
From injury came the first act of healing. Fire had not yet come green, but warmth already lived between them.
Curiosity was the first step toward memory.
Fear no longer ruled them, Tly. Awareness did.
They climbed now, not to fight, but to understand. Some was older than fear itself. Awareness widened the world to vary, and with it, the will to explore.
Noise became message. Message became language.
In breaking the world, they began to shape it. They remembered the nest of them and built their own. The Watchers of the Night were the first keepers of safety.
Nature remembered their courage in its own quiet way. Awareness turned inward, and self was born.
What could not be spoken was shown. Their fear had learned patience.
Affection grew where violence once ruled.
In stillness, they found wonders dying and the seed of thought.
From the sky's cruelty came the first symbol, and with it, the first story.
The sky returned to test what they had learned.
From the same sky that took, something new was given. Curiosity wrestled with terror, and terror began to yield. Fire became the mirror of courage. Together, they learned to guard light from darkness. In that watch, purpose was born. They had kept what the sky had given.
In firelight, stories took their first breath.
What once fell from the heavens now returned to it. They no longer bowed to the storm. They stood beneath it.
Fire gave light Slyan, and light gave memory. The first shared gift burned between their hands. The flame was not only warmth,
Ilia, it was dominion. Under light, life began, not in darkness, but in safety. The world no longer seemed divided. It spoke in one flame. Flame became not just warmth, but strategy. For the first time, hunger met invention. In the language of motion, myth was born. In reverence, memory became ritual. $5.2 million years ago, the Earth was changing.
The forests were dying. Water was vanishing. And with it, life itself.
This is where our ancestors learned to endure. Every death taught a lesson: adapt or perish. These are the first humans, fragile, yet unbroken. Mothers carried the future on tired shoulders. Their gaze held fear and awareness.
The land once rich with fruit and shade, now burned beneath the sun.
Predators no longer hunted. They waited. They learned to travel when the sun slept.
Each footprint was a gamble between life and death.
Instinct began to shift toward protection.
They want
Nature's teacher was merciless.
tools born from desperation.
They were never alone.
The hunters had become hunted.
The hunters had become hunted.
Fire, their first ally. Hope returned.
For the first time in months, the earth breathed again.
Joy, an emotion born from survival.
The world was changing clay, and so were they.
Life persisted, fragile but unstoppable.
Innovation, the quiet start of intelligence.
Cooperation replaced chaos. But nature never rested.
Every generation faced the same choice. Adapt or die.
Each footprint was a story of survival. Africa's vastness became their classroom.
Written into our DNA. This was the beginning wayplane, the first step towards civilization. They were not perfect, but they endured.
Life,
The hominid clan senses something vast, moving beneath the silence. A presence heavy enough to shake the earth approaches. Fear spreads before the beast itself appears. The super beast now, a relic of an older, wilder age.
Primitive tools against impossible strength.
Its hunger rewrites the landscape.
It smells them burning. Small sparks of life hiding in fear.
Predation turns to a storm of muscle and rage.
Nature yields to its fury.
One stumble can decide fate. The jaws of extinction open wide. The jaws of extinction open wide. Courage ignites where fear should rule.
Strategy begins not in calm, but in desperation.
It recognizes challenge.
They lead it toward a place where size becomes weakness.
Curiosity fuels its rage.
For the first time, the hunters wooed the unkillable.
Even injured, it rises like a mountain waking.
Fear unites them more tightly than tribe or blood.
Tools become extensions of thought. Primitive attacks, aimed with growing precision.
It searches not for prey, but for defiance. Sound becomes a weapon older than any tool.
Instinct dances where training never existed. Strength becomes collective intelligence.
For the first time, the giant falters. Pain transforms it into a storm of violence.
Survival demands decisions older than language.
Necessity accelerates invention.
Fire becomes more than heat. Okay, it becomes a message.
Even giants know fear.
Unity transforms weakness into strategy.
Some threats cannot be frightened, only overcome.
Terrain becomes their final hope.
This is where survival shapes itself into destiny.
The forest warns them before the monster appears. Every footstep of the super beast shivels through the roots like the pulse of an ancient god waking. Its shadow stretches across the clearing like a second sunrise. Huge, heavy, claiming dominion over everything that breathes. The elder raises fire, the oldest language of courage their kind has ever known, summoning the tribe into the final formation. Young limbs flash between trees as the runners drag the net, hope woven from vines, desperation knotted between every strand.
One brave soul stands tall, voice slicing through the trees, daring the Titan to charge.
The super beast answers with fury, ripping through the forest like a living avalanche of muscle and bone. At the edge of death, agility saves him. He throws himself aside, brushing against the wind of doom as it rushes by. At the edge of death, agility saves him. He throws himself aside, brushing against the wind of doom as it rushes by.
From above, the trap springs. The net falls like primitive strategy made tangible.
But strength beyond reason rips through their craft, the beast dragging roots and hope with equal brutality.
Fire, their fragile advantage, lashes out, searing hide thicker than tree bark, forcing the giant to stagger. In pain and confusion, the Titan lumbers exactly where the tribe prayed it would. In pain and confusion, the Titan lumbers exactly where the tribe prayed it would.
The ground betrays the monster, the ancient trap swallowing half its mass in a roar of breaking earth.
With frantic precision, they drive sharpened stakes into soil, building a cage of pointed defiance around the beast.
The creature refuses its fate, thrashing with the rage of something that has never feared anything before. The super beast answers with a roar that shakes the very trees, a dying storm refusing to pass quietly.
A final thrust, unified and absolute, pierces the Titan's last breath. The forest falls silent.
Exhaustion becomes wonder. For the first time, they have slain something that once ruled their nightmares!
From a root above, a brave climber releases a boulder. Gravity becomes their silent ally.
They lift fire toward the stars, honoring the creature that tested them and the unity that saved them. The world began to die in silence, its thirst mirrored by every hominid breath. What was once a giver of life became a memory carved in dust. Each step meant survival, yet the land gave less with every sunrise.
For the first time, decision became destiny, the thought to leave.
Every migration begins with mourning. For a moment, the first emotion after terror, gratitude. The earth kept its stories in silence, waiting for witnesses. Sleep became fragile. Unity became armor. Fear traveled faster than sound, older than speech. Instinct became compass. Salvation often comes disguised as filth. The sky remembered them, merciless and magnificent.
They tasted the rebirth of the world.
Blessing became punishment in a heartbeat. Compassion was the anchor of survival. Loss carved memory deeper than hunger. From chaos, creation sparked, the first warmth of defiance. To move was to live, to remain was to vanish. Each step rewrote the future of the species. And the earth, patient and ancient, waited for their return. The earth bore scars of flame.
Their ancestors had walked this way before, shadows guiding shadows.
Curiosity, that dangerous gift, began to bloom.
For the first time, survival meant saving another.
Gratitude, the seed of society, took root. They crossed the veins of the planet itself. When the world disappeared, unity became sight. The first art met the first eyes. Flame became storyteller. The mirror of self appeared for the first time in another's eyes.
Evolution balanced on a heartbeat.
Exchange replaced fear, the first diplomacy. Cooperation became civilization's first stone. Peace was brief, but its echo would never die. The world reinvented itself with every mile. The water tested their courage with jaws of stone. Courage became inheritance. The past, swallowed by distance, no longer ruled them. They had crossed, not land, but the threshold of becoming. They had reached the edge of the world, where land ends and the unknown begins.
The ocean taught them how small they were, and how far they could dream.
Fear and fascination shared the same heartbeat. Their flame met the ocean's breath, two powers older than memory. Every ending fed another beginning. Even in death, they stayed together, the first bond beyond breath. The sea carried their grief and gave back eternity. Signal became symbol, a language without words.
They began to measure direction not by earth, but by light.
Adaptation, the most sacred ritual of survival. Instinct spoke the language of the storm. Nature remembered its strength and reminded them of theirs. Destruction cleared the ground for memory. Order emerged from chaos, a map for generations unborn. Sacrifice became the measure of belonging. Observation turned struggle into skill.
They no longer feared the world. They collaborated with it.
Curiosity whispered again. There is more. Necessity taught invention. The first voyage began, not just across the sea, but into the unknown future. What was once a giver of life became a memory carved in dust. Each step meant survival, yet the land gave less with every sunrise.
For the first time, decision became destiny, the thought to leave.
Every migration begins with mourning. For a moment, the first emotion after terror, gratitude. The earth kept its stories in silence, waiting for witnesses. Sleep became fragile. Unity became armor.